It all begins here. The postseason. 8 teams will face off and only one will be crowned champion. UNI Rocket League has yet to win a playoff game in the NECC era. Can this team defy history and give Tonk, the senior, one more chance at winning it all? Hello UNI Panther fans and Rocket League fans alike. Welcome to Division 6 Central Region Quarterfinals matchup between your second-seeded UNI Panthers from Cedar Falls, Iowa, playing against the 7th-seeded Middle Tennessee State University Raiders from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. My name is Hunter, in production is Igneous, and thank you for joining us on your Wednesday night. For your UNI Panthers, it will be Tonkin, Bikes, and TJ, while MTSU will have Benji, Round, and JXM. And already out the gate, already some demolitions that we are seeing from this team, as already Bikes will be credited with a save. So UNI looking to be aggressive off the get-go like we always have seen in game 1 this season, which has been very helpful for their 6-1 regular season total. And out the gate, Tonkin will go ahead, pitch it out right side. He's gonna have 2 defenders right there, but TJ with the shot, and TJ able to get this one in early with 4:20 left to play in game 1, and showing exactly the chemistry that this team has matters so much, especially early here in these early stages. Off the initial kickoff, JXM will go ahead and defer it over to Round. It's going to be a 2-on-1. I Ride Bikes gets demoed. His sacrifice, though, might be for naught, but it's just off the top of the crossbar. And Bikes will go ahead and take it away, but Round to intercept. Benji punches it, and in the left-hand corner, Benji able to go ahead and get this one to go. And a really nice kind of setup play there, as UNI gonna go ahead and get this tied with 3:58 left to play. Off the kickoff, Benji will go ahead and defer it to Round. TJ will get that slide tackled out of the way. And Tonkin will steal it right back. TJ to clear, and he's got no defender. He's gonna try and double it back, pinch it in, and the shot is missed. Tonkin didn't get it timed quite correctly, and UNI gonna have to try this one again. A missed opportunity early. Tonkin will try to double back on himself, but Round to take it. 50 rolls it back. Tonkin 50s it again. JXM will steal it, try to get the offense going now for the Raiders. Round doesn't follow up. He's slide tackled by Tonkin. Benji applying the pressure. Less than 3 minutes to play. UNI trying to find another answer, as Tonkin will go ahead and get this one cleared and away. Tries to set something up. That's pinched. Awkward 50 over to TJ. JMX will put it down. And Benji will go ahead with a nice shot by Bikes right in the center of the pitch. And a really nice kind of catching them out unawares, as Benji was ready for that transition and couldn't quite get it to go. We surely did miss Bikes last week. Obviously, his miss contributed potentially to that loss, as Brewer Dog, their coach, able to come up and try to fill in, as Bikes had a prior engagement. And maybe that missed chemistry was missing here, as this one goes off the top of the crossbar. Benji able to go ahead and get this one saved. Round will take it center of the pitch, tries to make Bikes miss. He does! And Round will go ahead and get this tied up. And of course, UNI gonna have to deal with the transition offense issues that they've been plagued with all season. And maybe they can find an answer here. 2:07 left to play. Tonkin to pinch it out right side of the pitch. Benji to clear. He'll work the offense now for the Raiders. Tonkin makes one miss. However, the second one there, able to take it away, but Bikes will get the aerial off of it. Doubles back, just has TJ. Third man back, applying that pressure, makes JXM miss. Tonkin. Bike kind of defers it, and UNI had again another missed opportunity. Looking to try and capitalize here. UNI is going to set up that offense again. Benji, he'll seal it away. He'll work the left-hand side for the Raiders. MTSU looking to make a goal and try and take the first game away from UNI. If they can get it across the timeline, that is. Round. Applies that pressure. TJ has to bump it. Benji setting up. He's got 67% boost. Can't get it to commit as Round. He's going to solo it. Take the shot. Top the crossbar. No good. JXM trying to get it to go. Less than 47 seconds to play, and UNI will go ahead and get it cleared. TJ passes to Tonkin. JXM will go ahead and steal it away. Bikes, middle of the pitch, makes one miss. Trying to look for the double back pinch, can't. But Tonkin right there to save. Less than 30 seconds now to play. Tonkin will go ahead, pinch it down. UNI trying to get a follow-up. Bikes slide tackled out of the way. His Round will go ahead and pinch it. Middle of the pitch. Tonkin's right there. JXM trying to make something happen. I really like how both of these teams are playing very, very aggressive. Could we go into overtime in game one? TJ, Tonkin, 3 seconds. JXM, 50s. Over to Round. Ball will go ahead and still be up in the air for the additional time. However, the miss by TJ will send it into overtime in game one. Tied 2-2. UNI still being aggressive here, but the shot by Benji is good. Off the second carom, off the wall, and as UNI was going to try and get something going there on offense, couldn't, and the miss by TJ cost UMI game one. An unfortunate set of circumstances that UNI goes down early. And Round will go ahead and call out a timeout for this MTSU blue team. And we will go ahead and take a minor break as well for water. All right, so while we go ahead and have some technical issues on the side of MTSU, we will go ahead and, if you are interested in supporting UNI Panther Esports, go ahead, do ! merch. That'll take you to our Guardian Pro line, where we have a good selection of t-shirts, hoodies, and fully customizable jerseys, where you can rep your UNI Panthers on and off campus. So go ahead and support the club today. Going into game two now, UNI is going to have to bounce back from this one. Of course, they are 2-0 in reverse sweep kind of extras situations. And hopefully, UNI can continue to repeat that. Of course, it is very difficult, and the loss against Penn Western was also, I guess, pushed to game five. So I guess UNI is 2-1 when it comes to game five scenarios. They had a big game against Briarcliff in week 4, where I believe in that matchup, it was an overtime victory that at that point continued UNI's streak of 4-0. So a little bit about MTSU. The Raiders finished 4th in Central A with a 4-3 finish with a +3 map differential. Those 3 losses coming from Doane, which has 2 teams in the Central. It was to Doane, Missouri State, and St. Mary. And the winner of this matchup will have to play either St. Mary or Penn Western. And off the initial kickoff, UNI gonna go ahead and start aggressively on offense. Double backs, no good by Tonkin. And UNI is gonna have to reset from there. At that point, UNI is gonna have to do a couple boost stealing. See if they can get something going here on attempt number 2. Round takes a full set of boost. He'll go ahead, try to get it across the timeline. Benji to clear it mid-pitch. And JXM to continue the pressure. Tonkin will try and clear it out. Passes to Bikes. Round to steal it away. He'll pinch it down, but TJ to intercept. JXM, third man back, will go ahead, work it left to right. That's one thing that I'm really interested to see in is how UNI is going to answer to this adversity being down early. We've seen them do a reverse sweep before, but hopefully we don't get that chance as it is a single elimination bracket. And the loser of today will not play another Rocket League match, as if you win, then you're at least guaranteed 2 more matches afterwards as you play for the semis. And if you lose that match in the semis, you at least get the bronze matchup for that as well. Round will go ahead, get credited with the save and the clear as TJ will go ahead and work it back. 3:25 left to play, and we are still scoreless in game 2. UNI trying to make something happen here offensively, as it seemed to be a struggling point as we get into these mid-game scenarios. However, TJ off the top of the crossbar goes ahead and get this one to go. In a really nice scenario here where JMX and Round wasn't quite ready for it, and just a really nice angle on it. Maybe it was planned, maybe it was a little bit too much gas. However, UNI will go ahead and draw first, 1-0, game 2. With 3:05 left to play, UNI is going to have to continue with their offense. Of course, the big player on this end for MTSU is going to be Benji. He scored the second chance opportunities and basically tied it. But right away, TJ going to go ahead and get another one done and in. Credit the senior Tonkin with the assist, and all 3 members of MTSU just sitting there, not sure if that ball was even going to go in. JXM going to try and get offense going here for the Raiders. MTSU looking to tie it up early as Benji will take it middle of the pitch. Tonkin going to be credited with the save. And UNI going to go ahead and try to go back on offense. Bikes will take it across the timeline. Round to first to Benji. Benji over to JXM. Tonkin's going to steal that away. He'll work right to left. Gets minorly slight tackled out of the way by Benji as Round will try and get the offensive going here. But TJ, he'll intercept it away. Tonkin with the punch down. Benji able to clear it. And UNI, again, with less than 2 minutes to play, kind of flashed the leather there. Benji at the last moment able to save it. Benji with not enough momentum will go ahead and defer it to Round. Round will take it across the timeline, takes a full set of boosts, has to rotate out, back and around. As TJ will defer over to Tonkin. Doesn't have a lot of boost, tries to double back for Bikes. But TJ able to go ahead and maintain the offensive pressure. Round will go Go ahead, get that one taken away by Tonkin. He'll flip reset. Haven't seen a lot of those here from either team during the regular season. And JXM will go ahead and pinch it out right, but that's going to be stolen away by Tonkin. Tonkin makes one miss as he crosses the timeline. As Round will go ahead and try and pinch it down. No can do. TJ's right there, and with less than a minute to play, UNI with a 2-goal advantage. Make it a 3-goal advantage. Tonkin, the senior, able to hammer this one home, middle of the pitch. Very nice pass by Bikes, catching 2 MTSU defenders. UNI showing strong here as Round will go ahead, get this one pinched. 51 seconds to play. UNI with the 3-goal advantage and looking to extend that. TJ will go ahead and maintain the pressure. It's just him. He's got one. Double back for Tonkin. He pinches it in, and Tonkin able to get this one in. So UNI really hitting their stride here in game 2. And of course, Round was trying to get the angle on it as he was probably the 3rd man back in that rotation. Couldn't quite get the angle on it. And UNI now with a 4-goal advantage. 34 seconds left to play. JXM gonna go ahead and get something going on offense. Tonkin passes to TJ. And I believe at this point, UNI's goal is to still play their game and just recognize that come game 3, MTSU is going to try as they might to tie the series again. We saw it in game 1 where Benji was kind of going toe-to-toe with TJ and Bikes and was able to answer. But as time expires, UNI will go ahead and take game 2 4-0, tying the series in this best-of-5 series 1-1. Also a big shot there that Benji, Round, JXM, even though they had 3 shots on goal, they didn't get a single one in. And getting skunked in any capacity is very difficult. Also, big shout out to Tonkin and TJ and every member of UNI getting an assist, which further proves that chemistry is such an important factor, and rotation play and getting your call-outs are so important for Rocket League at a professional level. So as we go into game 3, just a reminder, if you want to support UNI Panther Esports, go ahead, do !point merch. So what I would really like to see here from MTSU is be aggressive out the gate. UNI struggles in those initial kickoffs and in the transition defense. As we see here right off the top, Benji off the top of the crossbar, couldn't quite have the angle on it as Tonkin will go ahead and get that one saved. Tonkin again applies the pressure. 50, TJ, right, set up for the double back for Bikes. Bikes gets it in the left-hand corner. UNI takes it early, 1-0 with 4:40 left to play in game 3. And just a really nice offensive play for UNI. And of course, these are going to be the rounds too where TJ gets very aggressive and begins to hit his stride. As TJ, I think if there was an actual statistic about it, probably has more game 3 or later goals than I would almost say anybody in the league. Tonkin gonna apply the pressure left to right. TJ misses the shot. Bikes the 3rd man back, has to try and make JXM miss. He does. And Bikes will go ahead and get a demo on round. Only the second demo of the series. As TJ will go ahead and take this across the timeline. It's a foot race, Tonkin round, 50. JXM able to steal this away, tries to pinch it down. Nice pass, but a better save from TJ. At almost what I thought was a dead to rights goal, TJ at the very last moment used all of his boost and was credited with the save. TJ, he'll pinch it out. Right hand side, will that ball go in? No, as it was just lazily gonna try and make the goal. Go across the goal line, could not. And Benji will go ahead and get the demo on Bikes. UNI looking strong here as Tonkin's gonna go ahead and have a disruption play. Gets a slide tackle out on round. And Tonkin will go ahead and get rid of round. Double back for JXM. He'll get the demo on TJ. And Bikes will go ahead and try and pinch it out and get it cleared. Left to right. Bikes trying to be defensive here. Tonkin will get that intercepted by round across the timeline. MTSU trying to find an answer here. 1-0 in game 3. Shot is good! JXM from the right-hand side tying it up. And a really nice job here. UNI also, one thing to note, struggles with these long shots as because of their aggressive nature, will forget to have that third man back. We saw that a little bit earlier with, is this one is going to go lazily in. JMX tried to save it but couldn't, and UNI will go ahead and take the advantage of one goal as a nice long shot by TJ. But like I was mentioning, because of UNI's aggression, it's typically more, points against if UNI kind of tries to get the offensive momentum going. And because of that, there's not a third man back for a saving goal, which that's what we typically see. Now with 2:02 left to play in game 3, UNI up a goal. Round trying to tie this one again for MTSU. However, Round bumps into Benji, and UNI able to get this one cleared. Benji passes it off the wall to himself. Bikes has to pinch it down, left to right. Gonna rotate around. JXM will go ahead and defer it. Benji will go ahead, take it mid of the pitch. Kind of dangerous there as Bikes will go ahead, get the 50. Tonkin to try and clear. Round with the pressure. Tonkin able to save, however, he doesn't have boost to clear it out completely. And a nice 50 there for Benji as here comes MTSU and the Raiders. Tonkin has to be credited with the save there. 1:05 left to play. Tonkin with the shot and the goal! Tonkin able to take it right-hand side and just a nice little bump pass by Bikes as Round just didn't have the angle to clear it. And JMX kind of sensing the urgency there, didn't have enough time to get the save. Now with less than a minute remaining, MTSU gonna try and tie it like they did in game 1. They're really good at responding as UNI almost had an own goal right there. But TJ, he's gonna miss. Round's good for 1. JMX can't quite get it to go. A little bit too much gas and maybe some defender interference. TJ gets slide tackled out of the way. He misses the shot, but so does Benji. But JMX will go ahead and hammer this one home, middle of the pitch. He's good for both goals this game. And the one thing that I'm interested to see is how MTSU in 34 seconds will go ahead and get this tied. They have fight, and they will continue to battle until the final seconds. Now less than 30 seconds to play. Tonkin to try and torpedo it in. Bikes to maintain the pressure. Benji, mid of the pitch, will defer. to JMX. JMX, nice pass to Benji. However, the timing's just off. Round tries to pick up the pieces. Benji clears it out, doubles back for XMJ, and a nice save by TJ. Less than 6 seconds to go, and TJ, it's the playoffs. We'll go ahead and send this one in, pushing MTSU's deficit to 2. A really great job by the Panthers, able to respond there as MTSU was being aggressive and almost caught UNI off guard here as Round's going to take it off just the side of the crossbar. No can do. And UNI will go ahead and take game number 3, 4-2. Big shout out again to TJ with his 2 goals. Again, just late series scoring has been so critical, and really nice to see how both Tonkin and Bikes only credited with 1 goal, but they also have only 1 shot, so 100% shooting from the field. And of course, JMX able to try and get the answers made, 50% from the field. However, we would like to see NTSU maybe save a little more. Would really like to see that 3rd man back and kind of deal with the rotationals. I feel like if they're going to get an answer, it's going to have to be rotations. Again, if you're interested, go ahead and do ! merch if you would like to support UNI Panther Esports. Go ahead, rep them on and off campus with t-shirts, hoodies, and fully customizable jerseys. So not only are you going to be repping UNI, but you're going to be supporting the club as well. Game 4 underway. UNI looking for a match point here and continue to the semifinals. Another thing to mention too is that if UNI can go ahead and put this game away, it'll be the first time in the NECC era that UNI Rocket League won a playoff game. However, MTSU Raiders will not go silently into the night as they will go ahead, have a nice initial kickoff, and with already 30 seconds done and away, Benji's going to go ahead, slide tackle TJ, tries to open it up for Round, and Round will go ahead and draw first for this MTSU Raiders squad. And just a really nice pinch out by JXM as MTSU will go up 1-0, 4:26 left to play. Right off the gate, 2 demolitions happen as Round tries to take it off the ceiling. 50 in the air for TJ. He's got enough boost as Bikes tried to commit to that as well. Tonkin having to save that. Round will go ahead, miss the shot, but Benji's right there for the save. In a critical moment, able to get this one saved and not tie the game. JXM will get the demo on TJ. They recognize that he is a factor here late off the side of the crossbar, or off the side of the bar for UNI, and Benji will go ahead and take this coast to coast. Of course, UNI can't go down that easy, or I guess MTSU can't go down that easy, as Benji will go ahead and get the goal. UNI has to continue with the pressure, especially with 3:34 left to play, down 2. UNI gonna have to try and find answers here quickly. Otherwise, we could force it into a game 5. 53 people commit. Benji makes 1 miss. Bikes passes to TJ. He'll take it across the timeline. Benji has to rush back as the shot's in the corner, and a nice center aerial shot by Tonkin, pushing the deficit down to 1 goal. And just an amazing play here, making Round and Benji miss. 3:15 left to play. UNI trying to find another quick answer. But off the kickoff, Round will have some aerials. 50 interrupted by Bikes. TJ able to clear it. Benji, steal it right away again. He'll try and double back. However, TJ will go ahead, take that left to right. And there's no one there. It's a foot race, and UNI will go ahead and tie it. 2:52 left to play, and a nice coast to coast off the off the wall for TJ. Bike's right there to give him some moral support. Currently 2 unanswered points for UNI, as this time UNI going toe-to-toe with the aggression of the Raiders. TJ's going to go ahead and get this one saved. Nice clear out by TJ. Bikes will take it across the timeline. Shot, double back off the top of the crossbar. No can do. That's going to move left to right. Scrim for it over the center of the goal. That's going to go right to left. Benji will go ahead, try to set up the offense, as he will go ahead and defer to JXM. Double back. Cannot be completed. TJ able to steal it away, but JXM will apply the pressure. Solo play for JXM. No can do. Tonkin credited with the save. 50 up in the air. Tonkin defers it to Bikes. He'll take it across the timeline. And with 2 minutes left to play, we're still tied in game 4. UNI trying to seal the deal here and make it to the semifinals. Kim takes it left to right. However, that's stolen away by Round. Round will try and dump it in to the left-hand corner. No can do. Bikes with some aerials. Going to get slide tackle all the way. UNI going to apply some pressure here. JXM passes it over to Benji. Bikes to steal it away. UNI needs to interrupt here, and that's what they do. JXM goes down to a demolition. However, he'll be right back with some boosts, and he'll take some aerials, takes it center, tries to double it. No can do. TJ to clear. Passes to Tonkin. Tonkin to Bikes. He'll take it across the timeline. UNI needs to get something going here on offense, otherwise they might suffer another overtime loss like they did in game 1. With less than 1 minute remaining now, ball on the side of UNI. And nice disruption plays coming out from both of these teams. Benji applying the pressure. Round, slide tackled out of the way. Ball will go over left to right onto the side of UNI. Bikes gets the demo on Round. 30 seconds to play, and UNI gonna be a close one. TJ makes one miss. He'll pass to Bikes. Bikes to pinch it. Gets an opportunity for TJ. However, he doesn't have the angle on it. TJ will go ahead. Have to battle off Round. He's going to take a full set of boost, and TJ's got a full set of boost. It's going to be Benji. He's going to be slide tackled by Benji. Or excuse me, Benji is going to be slide tackled by TJ. And with the ball slowly going in, and we will head into overtime in game 4. TJ, he'll go ahead, get it off the initial kickoff. Ball's going to be on the Raiders side of the pitch. Benji pinches it out, defers it to JXM. And UNI trying to find the dagger here for this MTSU. Double back for TJ. Double commit by MTSU. Tonkin to clear it with the shot and the angle. Tonkin able to get it to go in overtime. Just a nice little floater. Center of the pitch, taking advantage of the double commit by the Raiders. And for the first time in UNI Rocket League history, in the NECC era, headed to the semifinals. And it comes off of a big 2-goal, 1 save for the senior, Tonkin. Very awesome job by this UNI team. I'm just so proud of them, man. Just so excited for them. So we'll see if we're going to have an interview here or not. So as we see if we can pull one of the players in, go ahead, go to !merch. That'll go ahead, take you to our Guardian Pro line, where we have a good selection of t-shirts, hoodies, fully customizable jerseys that if you purchase them, you will be supporting UNI Panthers, and not only will you be repping them on or off the campus, you'll be supporting the team as well. All right, so it looks like I am joined in here by Tonk.
Yes, sir.
Tonkin, how's it feel, man?
It's great. You know, I played a few playoff games in my time. I think this might be the first time we won one. That sounds bad, but like I don't remember last time I was in the playoffs. If we might have played two, but regardless, it's nice. It was a pretty good series too. It was competitive, but like also we kind of felt good. But yeah, I'm just happy to play another game.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe talk a little bit about that game one where you guys kind of were going toe to toe with MTSU. It hit overtime. What was kind of the thoughts as you guys were going into overtime?
I think game ones are always interesting because you don't really know how the other team's gonna play. It kind of allows you to feel them out. Like, I don't know, I felt like we had a pretty good grasp on them. I don't know how long the overtime was, but we were pretty confident. Just had to stay calm and do what we do and score a goal and win the game.
All right, so to start game number 2, you had 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and also to mention TJ had 2 goals. And you know, how does the chemistry play between you guys, and not just you and TJ, but you, TJ, and Bikes? How does that chemistry kind of help you guys in the match?
I think I kind of mentioned it last time I was in one of these interviews, but I've played with all these guys before, so like I kind of have this sort of ability to like fit in anywhere. And I think having played with them before, and obviously like our however many 7-8 weeks of practice and games, we've really had a good connection, like especially recently. And I think that is super important. It's really tough to play with players that you're not familiar with, and I think being able to connect, like TJ and I, we had 4 goals total. Yeah, I think it's just really nice to be able to connect with somebody, and like it's kind of that trust thing too. It's like, yeah, the chemistry is a big part of it, but a part of that is like trusting your teammate to like be in those positions to be able to score goals. And
Yeah.
I think we did that pretty well that game.
All right, so maybe go into game number 4. You guys were down 2, had to get an answer. How was the communications? How was the vibe of, you know, getting down 2 early?
Yeah, I think those 2 goals were kind of like self-inflicted, kind of. Like it didn't feel like we got outplayed on them. It was more like we made a mistake and we knew that. So we kind of just like, hey, calm it down, you know, play our game. And, you know, we ended up playing our game, getting back into it and giving ourselves a chance to win, and we pulled it out.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Is there a favorite play that you had of the series, either made by you or anybody else?
This sounds bad, but I don't remember a lot.
Like, just kind of locked in.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I do kind of just lock in. I guess like the one that I remember for myself was the end of maybe it was game 2, game 3, whatever. And I think TJ passed it, went out the backboard. I went up and hit it in, and I said in the voice call too, I was like, I just had to trust that guy was not hitting the ball. And I guess, you know, that would be, I guess, one of the more memorable things. I think that's the thing that I have to work on too, is like trusting my ability and my intelligence in the game and going for what I need to go for instead of trying to I guess like predict everything that the other team's gonna do. Just play my game and not rely on the other team to, mess up or whatever. Just do what I know how to do, and yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So now the hardest question of the night I have for you, Tonk, is if you could pick your favorite smoothie flavor, what would it be and why?
I think just a strawberry banana is nice.
That's classic.
Yeah, it's just like it was kind of like the Oreo answer the other day. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's just like the simplest one, but like it's nice. It's consistent. You're not gonna get a bad strawberry banana smoothie, and yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. Like that would be my choice because if I go out, I usually get like some mixture of banana or strawberry or just, a double fruit flavor. So, gosh, we don't have hot takes today, Tonk. All right. Well, congratulations on your first win in the NECC era in the postseason. That's really exciting. So, hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Brewer Dog, I see that you're in the chat. Did you want to say anything in the capacity as a coach?
I screamed really loud as soon as the Game 4 OT goal went in, and my dog was sleeping on my bed. And now she's back to sleeping. But I'm so glad that we won that match. I hate how the quarterfinals is best of 5. It's playoffs. Everything should be best of 7. We do this once per week. It makes 0 sense to me that we do a best of 5 for quarterfinals. I think if we make the playoffs, it should all be best of 7. Especially because I felt like MTSU had a lot more they could have shown in that game, and I think we kind of sent them out way too early. But like I said, it should be a best of 7, and I'm so glad we won because 2 more weeks ahead of us instead of just ending our season there. We got 2 more weeks. Got a semifinals, win or lose, we're still getting our game. That's a great way to send our senior Tonk off for the season. So
Yes, sir. We also won with TJ had some controller issues, so
yeah,
there's a little adversity we were facing.
TJ's boost button gave out, and you could see him like on the kick, like when they scored the goal in the kickoff, he was still finding a different controller. So I think I'm just gonna go buy TJ a new controller just because I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's crazy. I know I saw a little bit in there that you made the comment that TJ's controller wasn't working, but continue to play.
Yeah, that's NECC rules. I'm pretty sure you have to continue to play because nobody has admin permissions for Rocket League at our level. I don't think they have it in NECC in general where they have admin permissions. You just pause the game and hold it. So it's required by rules to just play it out. You can't just like everybody leave and do this. So I was just saying that in case TJ was just going to play with a broken controller to give us a technical timeout, so he has like 5 minutes to find one of his better controllers and figure out that was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's crazy. So I guess I'll pose to you, Brew, the same question. Favorite smoothie and why?
I don't drink smoothies.
Oh.
I can't tell you the last time I had a smoothie. I guess if you want to count it, my dad made me a chocolate banana milkshake when I was trying to gain weight when I was wrestling heavyweight, and I about puked that up. Just give me a smoothie that does not have banana in it and I'll probably like it. I just hate banana. I'll eat anything. Like I'll eat banana bread, banana cream pie, banana pudding, but like banana smoothie or like the banana fruit, it just makes me feel sick. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's perfectly fair.
Maybe like if I had to make one, blueberry, raspberry, and lemon. Put that in a smoothie.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Sour and tart, you know?
All right, so Brew, any final thoughts before I close out? Or I guess Tonk, do you have any final thoughts as well?
I'm just excited to play. We play what next week?
We play next week and the week after that, no matter what. So we get 2 more games to play for sure, which is why the quarterfinal is really important to me.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Love you, bro.
Right.
Love you too, King.
Aw, that's so sweet. The love continues for at least 2 more weeks.
After that, it's over.
Yeah.
After that, like I'm just gonna like slash his tires totally. Yep.
All right, before we get more tape for the criminal trial. Yeah, UNI is going to go ahead and win today against Middle Tennessee State University Blue. 3-1 is going to be your series score. Of course, big shout out to Tonkin getting the OT goal in game 4. Next week, UNI will play the winner against University St. Mary's Gold or get their revenge match against Penn Western Fighting Scots. We'll be here, same bat time, same bad channel, April 3rd at 7:30 or later. For Igneous in production, my name is Hunter, and thank you for joining us for the quarterfinals of NECC Central Playoffs. See you next time, and like always, go Cats.